Hey YouTube, Ricoknows here. Going to continue my series of talking about hidden gems for the 2024 college football season. And today I'm going to talk about Central Florida. I have been going alphabetical by conference and all that stuff, but if you want to see the rest of the hidden gems, just go to YouTube. Go to the homepage, click on playlist, and then find college football hidden gems. I've been identifying one on every single team. So here we are to talk about Central Florida. And when you talk about Central Florida, some of the things that happened. They lost one-star wide receiver to the NFL draft. They still have very good wide receivers. They had Jacoby Jones coming in from Ohio, one of the best wide receivers out there. And then Javarius Johnson coming over from Auburn. Good players. Chauncey Magwood came over last year from Kentucky. And obviously Xavier Townsend and Kobe Hudson are the truth. So they have great wide receivers. Offensive line, no, don't see anybody I want to talk about as far as the hidden gem goes. I just think that Jabari Brooks coming over late in the transfer portal cycle is for a reason, and he'll probably be the starting center. Looking at their running back room and their quarterback room, there's really no hidden gems here. We know about the players. I've made videos about all of them in the past. Nothing too much to talk about. We'll see what happens there, but it still doesn't move me. Defensively, they need a ton of work defensively, and they went out and hit the transfer portal, and they addressed this middle level of the defense, right? We're talking about Kelly coming over from Miami, Ethan Barr coming over from Vandy. They claim it's Washington, but it's really Vandy. Pierre coming over from Texas Tech. Deshaun Pace, the leading tackler from Cincinnati. They found players, and good ones. Team leaders, guys that are high character and leaders in the locker room, got it. Doing all the right things. Went to the FCS to get Sheldon Arnold out of ETSU. And then Traquan Fagans, obviously the Alabama, bounced to USC, bounced over here to UCF. Shout out to Mac McWilliams, by the way. This is a hidden gem worth talking about. You know, I try to talk about hidden gems that aren't in the starting lineup. And Mac McWilliams not starting is, I don't know if that's our lads talking or what, but I would probably start him over Fagans. And it's just, I watch a lot of Group of 5 football. The star corners at UAB, you had Mays, he transferred over to Texas A&M, and now you have McWilliams here. No one's talking about this one, but this one is a big deal to me. Mac McWilliams can play football. He's a good football player, belongs on the field. So I like that kid. He should be in the rotation, should be on the field. Great player. But my hidden gem on all this has to be Lee Hunter. And I only mention Lee Hunter because I don't think people are watching UCF for the trenches. Like when you talk about UCF, they always talk about Gus and this offensive scheme, and it's going to have another dual threat quarterback in KJ Jefferson and a star running back in RJ Harvey. You talk about UCF and you come to look for the skill players and the high scoring stuff. But when I watch tape on UCF, Lee Hunter is the guy people should be watching. He wears number 2, so a single digit on the defensive line. This is something you should pay attention to. He's enormous, man. He's 6'4", 320 pounds. It's kind of hard to call him a hidden gem because he was a starter last year. He was 3rd on the team in tackles. I'm just saying he doesn't have all the same praise and accolades as everybody else. Right? This is a former Auburn kid. He's from Alabama. He was at Auburn, never played there. He went there to lift some weights, and then he transferred. And he gets to UCF, and he's been a little slow getting into the starting lineup. Then last year, he has a breakout season. I watched the tape. He's everywhere. He's everywhere. I actually watched his huddle tape, and I thought it was bad. I watched the huddle tape, and it's not his fault. I thought it was recorded bad, or I thought it was just bad angles, or he has the wrong stuff posted on his huddle profile. Like there's these 2 highlight videos of the top players from Alabama, and I know he wants to showcase that he was one of the top players listed, but when you watch the plays, it wasn't anything to be too excited about. Right? He sheds the block, and he makes a tackle behind the line of scrimmage. It just wasn't, it didn't show his change of direction, his athleticism. I think for a man of his stature and size, he used to be listed as 6'5". He's now obviously legitimately 6'4". But 6'4", 320, and the way he moves and the way he finds the ball, that is a stud on the defensive line. I love everything I saw on tape. Obviously, I don't show you guys the clips because I don't want copyright violations and all that other crap. But if you want to go watch some UCF football, search up their schedule, go look for their games on YouTube, and then watch them. And you will see this number 2 on the defensive line just playing with more juice than everybody, all right? And he just makes plays. And while everybody talks about Malachi Lawrence because of his ability to get to the quarterback, because of the sacks, I know that's a stat everybody wants to talk about. Lee Hunter being a defensive tackle, or a nose tackle in this case, getting 3rd most tackles on the team, that's so impressive, man. I'm really impressed with Lee Hunter. Remember, I watch every team in America. I evaluate every single player, and when I look at Lee Hunter, I see a hidden gem for the 2024 season. If you want to know the rest of the hidden gems, please watch the playlist. Thank you guys for giving the video a view. Your friends don't know, but Rico knows. Peace, y'all.